Well, welcome back. This is another video today. This is the second video today. It's like I can't leave it alone. I gotta solve these problems. And with the case lubing the necks, I think I have found the way that I want to do it. This is excellent. So it's using imperial sizing wax, but I'm just changing the application. So let me zoom in a little so you can see better. All right, so we got our imperial sizing wax. I always forget to open that first, and once I put these gloves on, I can't open it. But yes, I would suggest putting gloves on also. I don't know. This is up to you. Okay, so I got my gloves on now. Now here's imperial sizing wax. What you need is a mop. This is just a bore mop. Correct caliber size. You don't want it too big. You know, try to get it as close as you can. Then just take just a real little bit of lube and rub it up and down that. Work it in. What I found with this compared to that Q-tip, foam Q-tip thing I had, is this holds more and it really spreads it around really even as compared by hand trying to go around inside the neck. You follow what I'm saying? So that's it. You just put some on. And I'm going to do it with my cases in here. I think this is easier. I don't know. It may change another time, but it'll still be the same results, same application, and same way. Just take it in, push it down. Take it in. That's it. That is it. And you can see it's getting a little dirtier there as it's picking up some of the carbon. And that is it. Now I'm going to try to zoom in and show you how I know this is better. All right, so I don't know if you can tell. I don't have like a macro lens or something to get in closer. But this is something, but this is how I know. Now, if I look at this back one, those are the row, this is the row I did, the back row, and I left this front row I didn't do. But I can look and see that this front row has a little bit of shine to it, where the back row that I did has a little shine to it, where the front row is dull. I don't know if you're picking that up, but this one is dull. Look at the inside of the neck is duller than this one. I mean, with your eye, you can see it's got a shine, and it's perfect all the way around. This mop spreads it all the way around. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to do them all. I'm going to load my powder. Then I'm going to seat the bullets, and I'm going to show you the Ampress results with lube now. All right, this is what I have for 25 traces that I did. And what I can tell you is the lube definitely, this is a nice pattern here. It looks a lot spread here, but it's not really. They're in low numbers. It's just spread out to show because they're so closer to each other. If we look at this by terminal force, we got from 31 to 52. Okay, that's like 21 pounds difference. That is not bad. That is not bad, but that's about where it was at without lubing. Okay? But what it did is it just lowered the pressure. Whoops. Sorry. And there's that. But, now if you're looking at this one over here, straggler, this is a piece of brass I have that apparently just doesn't trim right because it doesn't grow enough so I can trim them all the same every time like this. So I don't know, maybe I'll find that piece of brass and throw it away. Of course, I could just go like this. All right, that's number 22, and I could just throw it away. But anyways, it does it releases the pressure for seating, but it doesn't really group them better, and that has to do with the brass or whatever. But they were lubed, and I think that the only way to make this better is to try to get less of a spread, because there's nothing wrong with my process. I know that. I'm using the same sizing, the same mandrel, the same this, that. So I'm not changing anything. Now, it could be that this alpha brass just doesn't work as good as the Lapua brass, because I remember the Lapua brass, I could get it down to about 15. We're around 20 now. But I think the only way that you can really get this right is by neck turning. And I mean neck turning on the inside and the outside. I did once neck turn with a 21st century neck turner on the outside of the neck. But, that gets it nice on the outside. But what about the inside where the bullet goes in, where there's imperfections? So the only way to do it is with the auto dad. And I attempted that once. I don't know if I told you this story. And I don't want to put them down. This is not, I'm sure, their regular way of things happening with them. But I ordered one. The first one I got, the controls were wired backwards. So I called them and they says, no problem, we'll send you another control. They sent me another control and the stop button didn't work. Called them, they says, oh my God, send it back, we'll send you another one. The third one they sent me was wired backwards again. I said, that's it. I called them, I says, I'm returning the whole unit, I'm not going to do this any longer. And that's what happened with that. Now, I'm not saying that that's the way it is with them. I'm just saying I had bad luck. But anyways, this is the way this is. So all this really did was lower the threshold of pressure that it takes to seat the bullet, but it didn't help the spread at all. And I think the only way that's going to happen is by neck turning. So I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you on the next video, which might be today. If you liked or learned something from this video, please hit the like button, and please also hit the subscribe button and the notifications to be notified of all my new videos. This QR code will take you to my website store where I sell the brackets, t-shirts, and basically anything else that I don't use anymore. You never know what's going to be there, so check often. There is also a wealth of information there. Thank you for watching.